everybody, what it do? It's your girl Queen Miller. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel today. If you are new and you like what you see, make sure you hit that big red button and the notification bell so that you always get notified when I'm uploading content for you guys. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. This is my first video on the channel, and today we're making keto-friendly chocolate chip cheesecake. Hope you guys stick around for it. Much love. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so diving in here, the first thing you're going to need is 1 cup of super fine blanched almond flour, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, 6 tablespoons of a sugar replacement. Now I say a sugar replacement because the recipe that I'm using calls for so nourished powdered erythritol, but I've used this Swerve sugar replacement for past recipes and it's worked wonders, so I'm going to continue using that today. You're also going to need to set aside 1/4 cup of it for your cheesecake. Get 1 8x8 inch baking pan, 3 large eggs, get some pecans and grind them up into a fine powder. I used a food processor, but you can use a blender or mince them using a knife. Get a 1/2 cup of dark chocolate baking chips, preferably sugar-free. 16 ounces of cream cheese, make sure it is softened. Also 1/4 cup of butter, make sure it is also softened. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and last but most certainly not least, 1/4 teaspoon of stevia extract. You got it? Alright, let's go. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and coat your pan with some coconut oil like so. You with me? You with me? Alright, cool beans. Moving on. Go ahead and mise en place. Say it with me. Mise en place. Everything in its place. Your ingredients for your crust. You're going to need your almond flour, your 6 tablespoons of Swerve, your xanthan gum, your pecans, 1 egg, and your butter softened. Make sure you have a mixing bowl. Let's go. Alright, so what I like to do, I want to go ahead and take my almond flour, my sugar, my xanthan gum, and my pecans, and I combine them all into a bowl. It is my preferred way of doing things to go ahead and mix all of my dry ingredients first, just so that they have a chance to mix and incorporate all on their own. Okay, so again, take your almond flour, your sugar, your xanthan gum, and your pecans and mix them up into your bowl. Now, if you have a blender, it'll be a lot easier for you, and you can honestly take all of your ingredients and combine them at once. Oh snap, y'all did not see that. I am not flipping y'all off, I promise. Moving on, we're going to ignore that. Take 1 egg and crack it against a flat surface like so. Cracking against a flat surface gives you less opportunity to get shells in your egg. Now, if you're doing it the Contretto way, go ahead and whip your egg before you add it into your dry ingredients because it'll just make things a lot easier. Okay, bada bing, bada boom, done. Go ahead and grab your butter. Remember, it is 1/4 cup of butter. Go ahead and unravel it. Make sure your butter is softened. It's going to make the blending process that much easier. Again, if you have a KitchenAid mixer, whatever the case may be there, it's going to be a lot easier for you. But if you're doing it the Contretto way, like myself, go ahead and get you a fork and just begin to mesh that butter down into your dry ingredients. You're going to want to really push it against the side, push it downward into your ingredients so that it begins to incorporate like so. See? And after you have everything all nice and mixed like this, you want to go ahead and add that into your pre-coated greased baking pan. Okay. Now use whatever you have. I am going to be using a rubber spatula just to give it a chance to really mesh down into the pan and spread out evenly. Make sure you have a nice, flat, even crust because if it's even, it'll cook evenly. Bada bing, bada boom, done. Awesome, you did that. Moving on, here we go. Go ahead and mise en place your cheesecake ingredients. You're going to need your 1/4 cup of sugar replacement, your stevia extract, your vanilla, your cream cheese, 2 eggs, and your chocolate chips. Save your chocolate chips for last. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and mix all of my ingredients together. I'm going to add my cream cheese, my vanilla, my stevia extract, all into a bowl. Go ahead and use your stevia replacement. Not stevia replacement, good grief, your sugar replacement. Go ahead and toss that into your bowl now. Again, with the eggs, crack them against a flat surface. so that you minimize your chances of getting shells into your eggs. Goodness me. See? Shell free. I know it's a common misconception that you crack it against the side of a bowl on the side of the counter, but they really give the shells a chance to push down into the egg yolks and fall into your ingredients. After you have all your wet ingredients in a bowl or your mixer, fancy ones, go ahead and mix those ingredients so that you don't have any yellow egg yolk showing in your mix. Once it's all incorporated, it'll look a little something like this. Okay, see, you can't see any remnants of the egg. Now, if you do have a mixer, you're going to want to remove your bowl from the mixer and fold in your chocolate chips. All right, you're going to fold those in because they just get a bit messy in the mixer. Fold them in using a spatula, and once it's all incorporated, it'll look a little something like that. Okay, now that you have all of that done, go ahead and pour it on top of that beautiful crust you made earlier. Okay, and you're going to want to make sure that it has a nice even spread. Okay, look, that is beautiful. Now, if you want to put a little something on the end, get a pot of water and a bowl, put some chocolate chips into that bowl, and place that bowl on top of that pot of boiling water, and just let the chocolate melt down like this. And after it's all nice and melted, you'll have this nice chocolate that you can drizzle on the top of your cheesecake for a little wow factor. Completely optional, but I was like, that's gonna look amazing when it is all said and done. So I'm just gonna drizzle this on top of my cheesecake like this. When it's all said and done, bam, that's it. Now go ahead and slide your cheesecake into the oven. You want to bake it for about 35 and 40 minutes until you have that nice beautiful golden crust that you see here. Look at that. Wow, yes. Ooh, my goodness. Let me go ahead and dig in here real quick. Now don't rush into it like I did. You're going to want to let that sit in the fridge until it is nice and firm, but I just could not help myself. Let me just go back for this little bite right here. Ooh, yes. That's done.